EPA today meteorologist Bobby Martinger with your outlook for February 3rd, 2022. The video forecast for Thursday is sponsored by North Penn Car Wash in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. You join the Unlimited Car Wash Club for just $13.95 per month, starting at $13.95 per month. It's the only place where weather doesn't matter. You can wash your car and truck as often as you like within the calendar month for one low monthly rate. And that's very important because we are in the middle of winter. Yes, we're going to get rain here, but guess what comes after the rain? Slop. And guess what happens when you have slop on the roads? They salt. And that salt ends up in your car or truck, and it's an endless cycle. So this will allow you to wash your car or truck as many times during the calendar month for one low monthly rate and not have to break the bank in order to do so. They are North Penn Car Wash, 986 Sumneytown Pike in Lansdale, Montgomery County, proud sponsors of the Thursday video forecast. So today is Thursday. We will have rain coming in here. I'm going to start this off with a NAM because this is a short range model, so we can see what we're looking at short term here. Now we do have rain across the entire region today, and that will be all day, okay, everywhere. Once we get into very late in the day, near dinner time, we have our far northwestern areas will change over to some freezing rain, okay, and that's going to be this boundary is going to be slowed a little bit because we have an elongated low pressure that is going to move along it, which is right here. Here's your area low pressure, very elongated area low pressure. Put a big L there. You have high pressure off to the east, and you have another high pressure that's well off to the north here. So there's kind of a squeeze play in between those two, and that's why the boundary is really not in any hurry to move down southeast in this direction. It will eventually do that, but it's going to take its time to do that, and until it does, that's when you will finally change over from rain to other precipitation types, not just freezing rain. It will be freezing rain first, then you'll have some sleet, and then snow at the very tail end. And for some of you, it won't just be the tail end. Okay, that far northwestern areas, that's going to happen earlier. You'll get a little bit more snow out of this. So as this progresses, we progress this forward through the night. You see this line continuing to move south and east. The purples here are indicating freezing rain, or hot pink, I should say, not purple. Same difference. As you get up here in the orange color, that's sleet, and then the blue is, of course, snow. And then southeaster here, where you have closest to that area low pressure, and southeast of the boundary will be rain. And this will continue through the region today, and actually overnight, I should say. And then once we get into Friday morning, that will start affecting areas farther southeast before it finally comes to an end. It's going to be one of those deals where we're timing the precipitation end with the cold air coming in. Okay, so if you can catch it in time, you'll get some at least brief sleet pellets or some very light freezing rain in our far southeastern areas as well. So just a matter of timing how quickly it does that. Okay, so here's the NAM high-res future simulated radar, and I'm starting this off here at let's see, this is 8 a.m. As you look in the top right corner, I'll give you the exact timestamp of this model. You don't have to subtract time. This is the actual time. It is 8 o'clock in the morning on this morning. So you could just go, as I move this forward, you'll be able to see what the time is. And we just have periods of rain going throughout the entire day until we get very late in the day. As you get far northwestern areas of our coverage region, which is up here in northern Lycoming County, Clinton County, places like that, Tioga, Bradford, you will see a changeover to freezing rain a little bit sooner, right around dinner time or maybe just before that. And then this line is going to very slowly move southeast. And at the same time it is doing that, you have that low pressure move along the boundary is going to enhance rainfall. So you're going to have some increased rainfall amounts just southeast of the boundary. In between, you got some heavy freezing rain. And then this area behind that in the pinkish color here is going to be sleet, and blue, of course, is snow. Watch this continue as we go through the course of the overnight. This is now after midnight, 2 a.m., okay? And as you see, it's still continuing to move down south and east. And eventually, by the time we get to Friday morning, this is 7 a.m., you're getting a changeover here all the way down to almost Lancaster and the Lehigh Valley here at this point. Still going, though, with this freezing rain, but you'll notice the interior is kind of cutting off a little bit. Okay, and the end of precipitation is very close. So you don't get a tremendous amount of freezing rain in our far southeastern areas because you don't have very much precipitation left when it does change over, and that cold air catches up to it. Extending this further into the day here, you have a little bit of light freezing rain, spotty freezing rain here that will occur all the way down to close to Philadelphia or just northwest of there. That could use some very minor amounts there too. But then we're pretty much done. That's how you're going to end. Further north, you might have a few snow showers that are going to continue into the early afternoon hours, but then that's out of here. Okay, so that's our system in its entirety. Here's what we had for the maps. And yes, I did make everybody go to the website and look at them, and we did not answer any questions. We shut off the Facebook comments completely, and I have to tell you, whether you like that or not, it doesn't really matter to me. We did that for a reason, because we just had so much. It was a disaster, the last storm we had, with comments that were just completely or either irrelevant or attacking or whatever. We don't have time for that. We just don't. We're a business. We're running a business here. This is not something we are going to entertain. So we shut off the comments on the Facebook page, and it was exhilarating. It was liberating, in fact, to not have to deal with that yesterday evening. So that's the way it's going to be in storm mode going forward. It is much better that way. Okay. So here is what our maps were. We did make you go to the website and take a look at this. Our maps were looking like this. Here's what we had for a snow map. Okay. And the legends off here to the right. Not really too much down here of any snow at all in the white areas. Maybe a little bit of a few flakes flying at the end here, but that's it. Once you get in area B here, it's a coating to 1/2 inch, but this is mainly sleet, not snow. To get into the snow, you have to get in areas C, D, and E. C is a coating to 1 inch, 1 to 3 here in the D area, and very far northwest where that changeover occurs earlier to snow. This is looking at 3 inches or greater. You could have some 3 to 6, 3 to 7, 3 to 8, something like that up in these regions. Further northwest you go, the better chance of that occurring. Okay, so that's our snow map portion of it. The icing is the bigger deal, though. And we have a large area in this area B and up to 1/10 of an inch of ice. And then when you get north and west of I-78 here, in between I-78 and I-80 is the jackpot area, so to speak, with the heaviest amounts of freezing rain. So the freezing rain is the worst part of all of these different precipitation types that we're going to experience here over the next 24 to 36 hours. And this area in the hot pink is looking at 0.1 to 0.2 inches of freezing rain. And then the highest amounts will be found in elevation. And this is all following elevation here in area D with 0.2 to 0.3 inches of freezing rain. So that's a lot of freezing rain, and that can certainly cause problems. Any amount of freezing rain can cause problems, but the more you get, then you have to start worrying about maybe some power concerns. Good thing is we don't have wind with this, so the power issues shouldn't be too bad. But I do think you're going to have the opportunity for at least some power outages that are related to icing, especially up here across the Poconos, where it's expected to be a little bit heavier in those higher elevations. So after this point, we got our cold and dry this weekend, and we're going to have mostly sunny skies. Saturday and Sunday is going to be in the 20s, stuck in the 20s here on Saturday, and then on Sunday we warm up a little bit and get to freezing or just above for highs. Again, mostly sunny here on Sunday. This system we were talking about possibly affecting us here in the Sunday night, Monday time frame is now universally remodeled to remain south, and this is for the second straight day. So we are going to remove that from our local forecast, and we just have partly cloudy skies here on Monday, mostly sunny here on Tuesday, and then Wednesday is another partly cloudy day as another system passes off to our southeast. There's a pretty good chance here that we will have, and temperatures, by the way, are going to be kind of like near average or pretty close to average as we head into the middle of next week. We're going to head into a period here, a good possibility that we're going to be dry or mostly dry all the way up until close to the middle of the month. So we're going to have a stretch here after this current storm that we will be dry and not have to deal with any precipitation for a little while, it looks like. And this just goes high dry through the entire run. So there's a good chance of that going forward. So we're going to have some serious rain amounts. If you wanted to convert all this, even though there's different precipitation types involved here, if you wanted to melt this down and make this all rain and just pretend it all fell as rain, there would be some decent amounts in between I-78 and I-80, greater than 1.5 inches of rain, okay? Areas further southeast, probably about 3/4 of an inch to an inch, maybe 1.25 inches. So there's a decent amount of rain with this too. So we'll get a break after this leaves, and it looks like we're not going to be done with anything for a little while, and sun-dominated for a change, which we could all use right now. At least I could. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for February 3rd, 2022. Have a great Thursday.